This segment is brought to you by JigMasters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to JigMasters.com and use promo code PNF20 and save 20% off your next jig order today.
Welcome to After Hours on the Paddle and Fin podcast. Listener discretion advised.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Paddle and Fin podcast, where we are roasting the one, the only, Brian Schiller.
What's up, toes?
This is going to be fun. But see, I'm smart. I went first.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. I was going to say I want next after you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. I'm looking forward the most to you and Milford. Just saying.
Why me?
I don't know. You'll find out. Real quick, before we get into it, just want to give a shout out to Angler, JigMasters Jigs. And not only that, obviously the world is a little crazy right now.
Don't forget TRC.
TRC, JigMasters, Ketch. Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry. Just giving some shout outs, bro.
Brian dropped the ball like always.
Leaving people out.
I suck. But just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to be doing a live streams with Jason Ricketts Monday, Wednesday, Friday over on the Jackson Kayaks page. We got a pretty stellar lineup. It's just a little thing to help folks that are stuck inside during the Corona outbreak. So just wanted to throw that out there. Podcast will be as normal. Who's up this week? Susie or Doo-Doo? It's Doo-Doo. Susie was last week.
Do.
Jason the Tide Wednesday. And then Ricketts mixed bag on Sunday. And then the normal schedule. So, all right, proceed. You guys can start roasting. I get final call or final word. So just be gentle. Otherwise, it might come around. Just saying.
Like everybody's all silent now.
I don't even know where to start.
I don't know.
All right. I'll kick it off.
Milford's been preparing for this for like a week. He's like, this son of a bitch talks so much shit about me all the time. I am going to just demolish him. He came prepared tonight.
But no. I really wanted to be really prepared for this, but I'm a procrastinator and very forgetful. So every time I think about, like, man, I'm going to write down a bunch of notes.
We didn't know you were a procrastinator. Yeah. He's like, I don't have a guest for my podcast.
Hey, that hasn't happened in a long time, all right? Hey,
this 2 weeks ago.
He's like, this ain't my roast.
This is going to turn into a Ryan Milford roast.
Every other After Hours episode does, so.
It's all good. Go ahead.
All right. So for anybody that hasn't been listening for a real long time, Brian used to be a big bona fide kayaks guy. He loved them so much he even got a tramp stamp with their motto on them. But when he got offered that spot on Jackson, he sold out faster than toilet paper.
Oh.
Wow.
Dude, he just mixed the Rona with Brian.
Yeah, way to get it current, man. That's awesome.
So take that sip. He's like, I'm proud.
I'm taking notes, motherfuckers. You better watch out. Faster than toilet paper. That was good. Props, Milford. That was good.
Which, by the way, we still haven't seen that bona fide tramp stamp yet.
Oh my God, dude! It's not even a tramp stamp.
Oh, you actually do have one.
It says "Live the story one itself."
I did not know that. I thought you guys were
It's not.
joking the whole time.
It doesn't say Bonafide or anything. It's not
Yeah.
the Bonafide logo. It's just a saying, dude. Just a saying. It resonates. It resonates.
That's what I'd say
To be
too.
their motto.
Oh, fuck off.
It doesn't tell you guys on the backside is the Bonafide like actual logo on the backside.
No.
Don't you? Yeah, you erased it. There's
See.
makeup there. Don't you lie.
It's a
Hey,
C.
That's
No,
the
we
other
need
arm.
you to stand up, turn around, and pull your shirt up a little bit, because I think it does say Bonafide right above his ass.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
You were about to get mooned. Trying to keep it PG.
For those of you only listening to the audio, you're welcome.
Yeah, you need to watch this on YouTube.
Oh, man.
I had to look away.
Just over here trying to make it, man.
Yeah,
Speaking of Brian, so I know there's some of you guys might know Brian's backstory with his love of tube meat, but so Brian enjoys all of his meat products that he consumes in the form of tubes, and so when I think it was about, I decided to go visit Brian. What was it? Was it Labor Day?
Yeah, it was
weekend?
Labor Day. It was Labor Day.
Brian backed out of his trip with Jay, which we all knew was going to happen because Brian backs out of everything.
Still hollow.
Yeah, Dale Hollow.
Dude, I was sad.
But Brian, that was partially your fault.
Partially.
Yeah, we'll just fully commit to that one. But so this is my conversations leading up to visiting Brian. For, I don't know, it's like 2 days prior, maybe the day before. I'm like, hey, Brian, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just out here cooking some brats. I'm like, cool, man. So I drive to Chicago, and Brian doesn't tell me about all the tolls outside of Chicago. And so I'm driving, I get on the phone with him. I'm like, dude, I hate you right now. He's like, why? I'm like, I've passed through like 9 tolls that I haven't paid. He's like, that's all right, dude. You jump online. He's like, but I'm making us dinner. And I'm like, cool, man. What are we having? He's like, I'm making brats. And I'm like, good Lord, dude. Like, how much of this crap does Brian eat? He showed me. So I'm thinking he's making like a couple. Brian brings out like a plate of 15 brats, basically, and that's it. Just brats, no buns, no anything else. Just sat down with Brian and ate brats only. And I'm like, cool, whatever, this is kind of weird, but. And then I realized he's like, we're going to go to this place, man. You're going to love it. And they've got these good Italian sausages. It's called Portillo.
Polish sausages.
Polish sausages. Sorry. I always get them
Polish.
mixed up.
Polish
I'm like,
sausages.
how much tube meat does this one dude consume, man? Like, so that was a good running joke for a while. And then he took my picture eating one, and now he has ammo against me.
I'm looking for it right now.
Did he put that in that video you made?
No, but
No.
I put it on a picture of a post. So Brian got mad at me for doing a show post. What was it for, Brian? Do you remember what that post was?
I don't know, but I bet you something.
He was laying down.
Oh, I think
the
it was
360. He was laying down on the 360, like,
Yeah.
I mean, flat, like with his rod out trying to fish, like he's like reclined all the way backwards.
Yeah.
So Brian's like, why'd you have to put that picture of my chunky ass up on the pictures? And he's like, I'm putting that sausage picture up. I'm like, send it to me, dude. I'll put it up myself. And he's like, all right. And I did. There it is.
Looks like
Oh,
he
wait.
has the balls in his jaws and everything.
There's more. Sorry.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
but
Hey,
Yeah,
but it was the best Polish sausage you ever ate in your life.
it was
Deny
good.
me that. Yeah,
No,
that's what I
that
thought.
place is awesome. So
Portillo's in the house.
What is it called? So
Portillo's.
it's kind of like fast food, but like decent quality food.
you get like sauerkraut and stuff on it too.
It's a Chicago staple, man. No, it's a Maxwell Street Polish started in Chicago, grilled onions and mustard.
So,
They got
So for-
bomb Italian beef as well.
all you listeners that are thinking about coming to some 2020 paddle and fin meetups, make sure you bring plenty of hot dogs and
oh, yeah.
brats.
Yeah, Brian
You'll
will
make
be your
Brian
best friend.
happy. He might invite you
Bro.
onto the live show.
I'll have an Orion cooler full of them. We're good.
And cheese.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to forget the cheese.
Gotta have cheese, man.
Milford's panties will
I'm-
crawl right up his ass crack.
I don't care who y'all designate to bring cheese. I'm bringing cheese. Okay.
Y'all designate.
Hey,
bring the
we
cheese, I'll bring
we
the
already
cheese.
said you're taking care of the groceries next trip.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
And when you
I'm
forget something,
gonna-
we'll be on you the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, dude.
we already
If
talked
you
about me
forget something,
procrastinating.
if you forget something, you are never gonna live that down. You realize that, right? Like these guys are going to rip you apart, bro. Like there will be like
I'm gonna forget stuff.
Milford's
on
wife's gonna be like, "Where's Ryan?" I don't know. He's shredding into a million pieces on the lawn. These guys tore him up.
The guys turned him into a tube steak.
oh.
They ate him alive.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
purpose. Who's next?
I don't have anything.
Noob 2.0 is like, man, I'm new here. I don't want to say anything bad.
Yeah. I haven't known any of y'all long enough to have any good burns.
You've listened to us for a while.
No, I have.
Hey, you can make fun of somebody's speech impediment or something. I don't know.
Why is everybody
I have-
looking at Ryan?
I have, I have speech issues. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm done.
Dude,
I'm done.
he's so conscious of that, man. I could tell now.
hey,
like, he's
I
like,
never noticed it.
I never did
until
either until
it
Jay.
got pointed out.
be honest with us. Like after you heard us talk about that, you went to your wife like, "Do I whistle while I talk?" She was like, "No, honey, no, it's okay."
No, I don't think so. I want to say I did ask somebody about it, but I have noticed, like a lot of the podcasts I listen to, a lot of people whistle. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not alone out there.
No,
I
you're
don't know
not.
that-
You're not.
to be honest, Ryan, I don't think that it's you vocally. It might be just what happens when we're on the pod.
Yeah,
Might be pop filter.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I need one of those. I'm like the only person that don't have one. So
The pop
They do
filter,
help.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
check-
like $12.
I know. I just ain't got one yet.
That's because you spent all your money on gym.
I can't stand that though. Listening to a podcast and hearing people going pineapple pizza.
What?
So, you know?
Yeah,
that
the
how you
hard
just-
pops.
Yeah.
See, it's
I'm
how
like,
Brad. We just figured out how Brad tests his microphone. It's like, pineapple pizza, pineapple pizza, pineapple pizza.
Well, I say something else other than pineapple pizza, but I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is this a roast of Brian Schiller, or is
I don't know. I'm getting away easy. Y'all
This is
better
the worst,
jump on
this
it.
is the worst roast ever. Comedy Central is never going to call any of us to be on a roast.
I wouldn't.
Just
could
wait
be
till
the-
it's my turn.
I'm not that funny, so.
You're a pretty funny guy. I didn't think you were very funny at first when I met you, but you're pretty funny. You come out with some pretty funny stuff.
You got some
I
dry
don't-
humor going.
I just love
It's
it.
probably
Brad's like,
from
I don't
watching The
know.
Office too much.
I don't
I've
know.
watched The Office like
I don't know that guy.
50 times through.
What?
Who are you talking to, Josh?
I'm just repeating what Brad says at least 3 times a week. Somebody will be talking about somebody, and Brad's like, I don't know who that is.
Well, it's true. I don't.
We're like, nobody asked you if you did, Brad.
Well, I'm trying to learn while you guys are talking about, because I'm like curious. You guys talking about people, and I'm like, who the heck is this guy? I want to
Hey.
know.
When you're feeling the burn, go to Ryan Milford to learn.
Yeah.
Actually,
I think we
2.0 took
changed
that
it.
line on the last one, wasn't it?
Oh,
Was it
so
the
you
last one? or
guys, you guys want to know something else funny about Brian? So when he tells me, well, I'm like going up there, he's like, "Yeah, dude, I got a place for you to sleep." I slept with Brian basically on a couch and his dog.
Dude, my
The whole
couch is
time.
huge, bro.
And not once did that SOB go, "Hey, dude, you need to take a shower?" Not once.
What are you
Feel-
talking
Feel
about?
free to take a shower. No, we just literally would wake up, eat breakfast, go fish, eat lunch, fish some more, come back, eat dinner, and then Brian would pass out on the couch with some comedy show on Netflix on. And I'm like, this is fucking weird, dude. I think he's gonna try to touch me. Luckily his dog protected me the whole time. He's like,
I don't know,
how,
dude.
He's like, I know how weird this guy is. I'll sleep between the two of you.
Anytime I'm on the phone with you, the dog's ears perk up, man. I'm just saying, I don't know what you did to my dog, but he gets awful excited when he hears your voice, and I got you on speakerphone.
Because we're bros, man. We had a conversation about you. He's like, yeah, dude, he's weird. He's weird. He eats a lot of tube meat. He doesn't share.
Did you guys play footsie too?
No. I made sure to sleep with my stank ass feet towards his face.
Oh boy.
And he's impatient. Like, Brad, you know how slow I am. Brad fishes with me. Brad has patience though. He doesn't get mad at me. Brian, every morning, mad at me. Like, we've been there for 2 minutes unloading the boat, and Brian's running out there with the 360 into the water, and he's like, "Dude, you haven't gotten your kayak off yet? You suck."
But in all fairness with that, Brad's usually the last one anyways.
Have you ever carried Brad Hicks's kayak? Dude, I swear to God, the hull is filled with concrete, bro. Me and Justin Marshall about had heart attacks carrying that thing up a freaking hill at the German club in Ohio, dude. Like, seriously.
See,
Like, I don't
do it
know
the
why you
smart
need
way.
that much stuff in your kayak, bro. Like,
Well,
seriously.
it does.
I'm surprised when you put it in the water, it doesn't sink.
Well, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not the one carrying. I'm making you guys carry it.
Yeah. I got screwed on that one.
Work smarter, not harder.
Dustin's like, let's just grab it. And I'm like, really? Do we have to?
Well, that thing's already 94 pounds without anything in it. You think mine's heavy, man?
Yeah, but that's coming from a guy that fished all year in like 160-pound kayak with a blue sky. He's saying
that thing's easy to move around.
It
It is. The wheels make it easy.
You
How,
just
how
wait,
heavy is
Brian.
it though? Total.
It's heavy. It's like 140, 150 easy. But
What's
just
that?
because it's got those wheels, the blue sky.
It's 175.
Yeah.
Crap. It
But
doesn't
without
seem like
gear,
it.
no gear on it.
Susie, did you go to the dispensary tonight? You look like you're chotched. You're just quiet and you're like dazing off and your eyes are just like, oh, like, yeah, man.
That's whenever I have a drink. Now I
Susie's
technically
like,
smoke
She
if I
does
wanted
look a
to.
little like squinty.
Hey,
Yeah. Like she needs a couple good hits of Visine right now.
hey, she give her a break. She got skunked today. You know, she's just trying to take the edge off.
She's reflecting. She's reflecting. She's like, man.
I still haven't gotten a fish for 2020 yet.
Me
Me
neither.
neither.
I haven't even been on the water.
Yeah.
I have.
It was cold today. It
Look,
was
hey,
cold
the
today.
noobs are
right.
the only one that
I will just say,
2020.
it was cold today, and Susie, you definitely have bigger balls than me. Just saying.
It's not hard. Just saying. Just
Well
saying.
played. Well played. Keeping with the theme.
Oh man. What else you got, Milford? Come on, man.
All right. So, you know, Brian, he's like this big lurky dude, and you know, he's like this. he's like really like hippie like with his personality. He's kind of like Frankenstein and Tommy Chong had a baby.
We're kind of true.
Oh,
Oh, that was good. That was good. I like it. Oh, Milford.
that's all I had prepared. So the rest were just
Frankenstein
here.
and Tommy Chong had a baby.
Well, I have a funny story from when you were here at 4th of July, but I don't think you want me to say it.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Now you have to.
Just go say it.
Well, I already got in trouble for posting it once online.
What's that?
We were floating the river.
What did I do?
it basically invites you to say it, so say it.
Dude, you told me to delete my comment one time about it.
What are you talking about?
It's
I got
okay.
editing capabilities.
Just do it.
We were floating down the river, and you and Jay were like right beside each other or something like that, and I was behind you guys a little bit ways. You got into a tree or something, and Jay was fishing right next to you, and then somehow you shook the tree above you, and all these spiders jumped down on you. You screamed like a little girl. I looked over. I was like, "What was that?" Brian looked over. And he's like, "Nothing." I was like, "Did you just scream like a girl?" I mean, it was a scream like a girl, dude. He was like, "Ah!" I was like, "What the heck is he doing?"
This is true. This is true. That has happened to me on more than one occasion. I don't like spiders. I don't like snakes. And I have a fear of going down south to fish for alligators or around alligators.
I just will say, like, that wasn't that wasn't that bad. You were really scared to tell the story.
Yeah.
Well, he told me to delete my comment a long time ago when we made a post.
I was probably just being a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I will say if it was anywhere towards the end of the tournament season last year, Brian was not himself then.
This is true. This is true.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's always been aloof to me.
Jay's got many stories of the spider freakouts. Yeah.
Oh, I remember being with you on the river, and we went up next to kind of there was a lay down log and a stump in the middle of the water, and there was this tiny. Yeah, I mean, this spider was.
It wasn't tiny, dude. It was huge.
Dude,
it was huge, bro. It was like this.
Huge.
You would think it's a tarantula, like Goliath bird-eating like spider. Like Brian's like, "Whoa, watch out over there, dude! There's a spider!" And I look over, and it's this tiny thing. I'm like, "That?" He's like, "Don't! It's gonna jump on you."
It was big, dude. It was big. It was
Dude, I turn into a ninja when spiders jump on me. I'm like,
and
I don't like them either.
I freak out about spiders, man.
I'm not a big.
I'm just over there trying to make it, man, and these spiders just jump right out at me, man. You know what I mean, man? You know who Milford is Hank from
God.
Propane guy.
I've heard this before.
Propane and propane accessories.
I sell propane accessories.
Yeah. What show was that from?
King of the Hill.
King of
The Hill. Yeah. That's Milford right there, man. Just over here trying to sell propane and propane accessories, man. Just trying to make it over here, man.
It's more like boom hour. Dang, I'll tell you what.
That's funny.
It's all good. It's all good. I scream like a bitch around spiders. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
I don't like snakes. If a snake ever crawled up in my kayak with me,
dude,
I'm gone. I've 30-degree water, I'm gone.
I've seen that, and guys even catching snakes. Like, no, I don't care how much that fluorocarbon is. I'm cutting that line, bro. I'll spool my reel. You could take my $20 Whopper plopper. My $25 Megabass jerk bait. I don't care, man. You keep it. You just stay over there. I'm good. I'm gonna paddle 3 miles the other direction. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Susie's like,
Y'all
you're
are-
such a pussy.
You all are such pussies.
I love it.
You don't mind spiders?
I mean, they're not too bad. Like, I've had some land on me before, and I'm just kind of like, get off of me or whatever. I will admit, though, at Shreveport last year.
Louisiana?
Yeah. I'd come in after it had been raining, and you guys might have seen this video that I posted, but I was putting all my gear off to dry and whatnot, and I set my raincoat down on my kayak, and I saw something, and I was like, what the heck is that? And up in the hood was this giant ass spider, and I was just like, yeah, that's great. Awesome.
No, not me, man. I'm running the other way.
Who
You want to
was
hear
it,
a funny
like,
story
last-
about me and spiders? I was on the way home from lacrosse. I forget when it was. And there was a spider that came dangling down from my visor in my truck. I had the window open. I freaked out, dude. I was doing 85 miles an hour, pulling the trailer with a blue sky. I'm like, swatting it. I swatted my garage door opener right out the window. It bounced off the ground. And then like a week later, my wife's in the truck. She's like, where's your garage door opener? I'm like, it's on the side of I-90 somewhere up north of Mauston. She's like, what? I'm like, long story. Don't worry about it. She finally got the
that's
story
awesome.
out of me. And I was like, she's like, you're such a bitch. Just like Susie, you know, she's like, you're a fucking pussy. You know? No.
Hey, check this out. So I used to carpool with a guy that I worked with, and yeah, my car broke down at the time, so I was borrowing my dad's truck.
My daddy,
And
total Southern, bro.
so
Southern. My
so
daddy.
so I picked him up, and we're heading down the road. We done went like 20 minutes down the road, and we're getting on the interstate. And as we're going up here, I swear this dude screamed like a girl, like high pitched, everything. And he jumped up into the seat, put his feet up in the seat and everything. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, there's a big ass spider down there. I'm like, what? And like, we're looking and everything and couldn't find it anywhere. And we were on night shift at the time. I was busting out laughing, making fun of him and everything. And so the next night I went to get in the truck, and I was about to reach and grab the shifter. And as I did, there was a great big wolf spider on my shifter. And I'm like, that must have been what it. So I had a like one of those Purity chocolate milk bottles. I took it and I trapped it in there and closed it up. I went and picked him up, and I was like, hey, look in this bottle.
Oh.
Found your friend.
What
Oh,
wasn't didn't you have a episode with David Brook and he talked about walking down to the water and there was like a freaking barricade of spiders or something?
Was it me talking about it?
Yeah.
Probably. That was at Missouri Mark Twain. I had just dropped my boat down by the ramp. There was a couple guys prepping. Susie knows one of them, Derek Aiken, and who else was it? Somebody else. And I drove up to the parking lot, and then you had to go down these steps to get down to where the ramp was. And it was dark, you know, it was before sunrise. And I walked right into a spider web, dude. And I freaked out. I'm pretty sure Derek heard me scream like a bitch. And like, I'm shining a light up in the trees and all over me. And he's like, you okay, man? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I get down there and like, there was a bunch of other cobwebs, dude. Like they were spanned like across the trees on the walkway. And I'm down by my boat waiting for launch time. And I heard Derek walk down. And he's like, oh, son of a bitch. You know, he walked right into the same shit I did. So, yeah, that's probably when it was.
Who was it? Like, I remember hearing the story. It was like a year or two ago at the national championship. They got out of their kayak and then found a snake under their seat.
I don't know who that was.
That was last year at Shreveport. I don't remember who that was either, but yeah, they got out and realized that there was a snake sitting underneath their seat, and they don't know how long it'd been in there.
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna pull a Milford.
Uh-oh.
All right, now we can say stuff without any repercussions.
Unless he goes back. Well, no, this comes out tomorrow, so he's not going to go back and listen to the whole thing before he posts it.
I'll tell you guys a good bug story. So me and my buddy Nate
Well, if you'd quit breaking up first, it'd sound a lot better.
had just picked up our boats and what's that?
You were breaking up.
Yeah, everybody is. We just got lag on everybody. Can you guys hear me now?
It's just you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, you guys all lagged out. You guys all lagged at the same time that happened. I think it was a Skype thing. Sorry. So we went river fishing, and this is on our way back. Picked up our boats.
Oh, crap.
And so we're driving back, and I got my window down, and I get smoked in the side of the face, dude, by this giant bug.
Oh,
Like, I mean, I'm talking, dude, like I had like a welt on the side of my face where it flew into the window. We were doing like 60, on like a 55 country road. And I'm pissed because then I'm freaking out because I'm like, whatever that was, dude, it's huge. Like it's enormous, dude. And I'm like sitting up on my seat. And I'm like, is it underneath my ass? I'm like, Nate's like feeling underneath my butt for this giant bug. And he's like, yeah, I think you're making it up. I turned my face. He's like, oh my God, dude, it looks like somebody like threw like a rocket at you. I'm like, it's not a rock, dude. I could hear its wings like fluttering as it hit my face. Yeah. And so time goes by. It's about a week later, dude. And I look down over in the passenger floorboard, dude. And it's like a 5-inch long, like locust, like grasshopper thing, dude. Like, hit me straight in the side of the cheek, dude. I had a bruise there the next day.
Dude, that's bad.
Did it knock your dip out?
No, that stayed solid. That's how I killed it. I was like, what? I'm just over here trying to make it, and you in my truck. And I spit on it, and it died.
Dude, I used to have a motorcycle. June was the worst month to ride your bike because of all the June bugs. It felt like the same thing, man. Just I'd like get off my bike, walk into a bar, and I'd have to like go into the bathroom and clean my face because I had June bug guts all over me.
Brian, you'll love this story. So we used to go ride ATVs at my buddy's property. He's got like 70 acres in southern Ohio. And so me and my buddies bring a bunch of girls that we're all hanging out with. We all worked at a bar together. And so I'm like, I get the cute girl that I like at the time. And I'm like, you want to go for a ride? And she's like, sure. So I'm like, and I know the trails real well, and it's getting dark. It's pretty dark out now. And so I'm like, she's like, are you sure we should go up here? And I'm like, yeah. I've rode, up here a lot. So we go up there, and I don't even think about it that nobody's been up here yet, and nobody's been up here for a long time, right? These trails, we ride it kind of frequently, but we hadn't been there for months. So I decided to open up, rip ass down the freaking trail, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is hitting me in the face? And I'm riding through webs, going from tree to tree, like just one after another.
Look at Brian's face right now.
And I stop, and I'm like,
No.
I think we hit some webs, and she flashes a flashlight into my face, and I'm literally just nothing but spider webs like across my face, dude.
Dude, that is the worst feeling because after you get it all cleaned off, it feels like you got them still crawling all over you.
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
That was the thing, like Mark Twain, dude. That first 2 hours, I kept checking myself like I had spiders on me while I'm trying to fish a damn tournament.
Yeah, that sucks.
But yeah, dude, I mean, literally, it looked like I had taken cotton, like just draped it over my face.
Ooh.
This here
Gives me the shivers.
Yeah,
I
this
got
gives me the
goosebumps.
heebie-jeebies. This gives me the heebie-jeebies every time I
The
think
best
about
part,
it.
though, I looked at her and I'm like, "You're surprising they don't have any." She's like, "I think you just took face shots over and over again from it." So
That's what she said.
Oh, I was waiting for it.
I was
Sorry,
gonna say. I was
wanted
gonna
to see if
say.
I catch it.
Man.
I was gonna say.
I was
I'm
like,
glad
I was
Susie-
counting on Susie to say what
Yeah,
she said too.
yeah.
She loves to
Right.
throw that one in.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one gives me heebie-jeebies every time I think about it. When me and my wife first moved in together, we were renting this place, and in the mornings and stuff, we'd wake up and like our legs would have like these little red, spots on our legs, and like, what are these coming from? This went on for like a month or two or something, and we didn't know what it was, and so one night we came home, and the cat was toying with this great big old wolf spider. I don't know what it is about me and wolf spiders, but I've had a lot of run-ins. But it's like this thing's huge, huge wolf spider, and cat's playing with it, and we ended up killing it. And the spots started going away. We weren't having them no more. We did research. Apparently, they like feed on your skin while you're asleep. So this thing must have been like biting us in our sleep while we're sleeping.
Jeez.
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight. That's great.
It's better than bed bugs, I guess.
Better than a black or brown recluse.
Yeah, that's where I thought you were going with
That's
it.
where I
was
thought so,
here
too.
he goes, bed
No,
bugs.
no. I do have a friend. It's my buddy's wife. I'm good friends with hers too. But when we were in high school, she was putting on a pair of jeans, and there was a brown recluse in the pant leg, and it was something like she put them on and she felt something, so she rubbed it and then felt it again. It ended up biting her, I think, like 5 or 6 times, and she's got a big old hole on her inner thigh now from that. And they said if it would have bit her like 1 or 2 more times, it probably good chance it would have killed her.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
I'm not putting on pants
I
this
got
week.
many things to say for that, but that's just like it's not PG-13.
Right. I'm not putting on pants this week.
they're like going to work in his underwear.
I was kind of hoping Ohio would close everything down.
Yeah, who all's closed down right now? I know
am.
Illinois, obviously, me and Susie. Tennessee?
Well, not Tennessee as a whole, but my work is shut down.
Yeah.
Not
What
mine.
about Pennsylvania?
Most of us are, I work for a retirement community, so they're, still open, but yeah, everything else is shut down. So
Ohio's still open for business?
Yeah.
Somewhat. There's a lot of stuff that's closed. I mean, the schools are closed. They closed the daycare. A lot of my wife's work is all working from home, and
Non-essential businesses. That's what they said.
yep,
Yeah.
that's PA2. Yep.
my job is still open.
So is mine.
Yeah. I just got
But, I
work
mean-
today. We're still working just on a must-need basis, because we, we're remodelers, but we also do a lot of handyman work. So, somebody needs an emergency, something fixed, we got to do it. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be working a little bit.
I still
Yeah.
have to go to work.
Yeah.
Susie's in the nursing field, right?
Well, I'm
Medical
a
field?
Yeah, I'm a secretary in the pathology lab, so we are kind of like a liaison between the pathologist and other people, I should say. So, patients still need to, get their testing done for like cancer diagnosis and stuff like that, so like we can't stop, we can't, discredit these patients, but, seeing what state Italy got to with, their hospitals just being, over capacity with patients, I'm just like, God, I hope we don't get to that point. So,
Yeah.
but so far, we've had one at one of our sister hospitals up in Chicago, but we haven't had any at our hospital yet. At least on Friday when I left, we didn't have any yet. But we've had some coworkers who are like taking a leave because they don't want to like risk getting infected because they either have like, you know, a compromised immune system due to whatever, or they got kids at home and don't want to take it to them, or whatever reason. So things are going to get kind of interesting the next couple weeks here. So, but yeah, I'll still be going to and from work, but Adam gets to work from home. So yeah.
Adam's lucky.
I got to bring my friends back out.
Who's your friends there? What friends you got?
I got my friend Mr. Jim right here. Jim Bean, nickname Honey.
You filling that whole cup up?
Oh, Milford's gonna be trash by the end of that.
Well, this is my second. This is a brand new bottle. Whenever I came out here, it was my second drink, and
Holy crap!
But my other friend who happens to be a doctor, Susie, you might know him.
Dr. Pepper. Shout out to Duke, Pootie Tharp, Dusty Yacker drinking lattes tonight.
Is that what they call those?
Oh yeah, they call
lattes. Yeah, bush
they call
lattes.
Beer bush lattes.
Do they drink it with their pinky out?
I don't know.
One time, Brian, were you there? Yeah, I think you
we were
there.
at the Turkey Bowl when
Yeah,
Dusty's
when
drinking
Dusty
Miller
was
Lite out of a
drinking.
champagne glass.
Oh yeah.
Eating
Brock
an ice cream sandwich.
he was like, yeah, Brock's got pictures of that, dude. Because he was like, here, man, take a picture of this. And I remember Brock posted it up and he was like, man, these Ketch boys drink in style or something, or Dusty Yacker drinks in style, dude. He was drinking Miller Lights out of a champagne glass.
I saw that picture just recently. I think they like reposted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably did.
Somebody.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Your mom.
Oh.
Wow, man.
Nice.
Finally a good roast from you.
You know, I mean,
we still haven't heard
I
from Susie.
I highly doubt that, just because we all know, like, you don't like to be touched and you don't like to touch others, man. We know you're still a virgin. It's all good, brother.
It is all good.
Saving himself.
For the next get together, I'm saving myself.
So what does that honeymoon look like? All right, honey. Good night.
He was already
at
asleep.
my house.
You hit this honeymoon at your house?
That went.
I wasn't paying attention. I was reading something on my phone.
Hey, we're kind of recording an episode here. If you can put your phone down.
Yeah, I mean, geez.
Don't say anything, Brian. I've done episodes where you don't even look up. So
I know.
there was one I was like, dude, what were you doing the whole time? Oh, I was just,
And then he goes like this. He goes, yeah.
Yeah. He'll be looking down and have the cigarette in the hand, and he's like, yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah.
It just makes you want to be like, Brian, what did I just say? He'd be like,
I can tell you what you said every time. Every time. Randall did that to me today. He's like, are you even paying attention to what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you just said you were driving out. You were going to go pick up your boat. You should be there about 11:30. He's like, yeah, but dude, you were quiet. You're doing something else. I know you were. And I'm like, yeah, I'm replying to a message and I'm talking to you. It's all right, man. Just multitasking, bro. He's like, oh my God.
Jay should have been on here for the roast.
Oh yeah, he would have had plenty of ammunition. It's all good.
Brian, you want to tell him how many times you've tried to quit the podcast?
At least 100.
You want to tell him how many times it was Milford's fault?
At least 99.
Well, what did I do?
I'm just kidding. You left an open door.
No,
What do you mean, dude? I mean, I'm still here.
I became CEO of Paddle and Fin like 15 times during the end of that tournament season. So you should just take it over from me, dude. You should just take it over. Fuck this shit, man. I'm just so sick of it.
Brian, if you ever do decide to step down, give it to anybody but Josh, okay?
I don't know, dude. I was actually thinking about that a while ago. Like, what would happen?
I'd kick Ryan off.
Yeah, see, that's why you give it to anybody but Josh. Yeah.
I'd be like, see you later, noob.
Oh, it'll never happen.
Ryan, I'm just totally messing with you, dude. I love your episodes.
I'll still be making it.
Yeah, you will.
No, you don't, because you don't even listen to them.
Brian, I don't even. I hardly listen to anybody's at this point, man. Like, I'll get them in like here and there, but I mean, we're recording hour-long episodes, so I'll listen to them like to and from work, and then sometimes, like I don't have Bluetooth, and right now I don't know how that. Well, I kind of know how it happened. Like, so I have an aux cord, and from where we've kayak fished so much, I'll throw it, and it'll be in the floorboard, and everybody steps on it, and it's bent now. So now I'm sitting there trying to listen to podcasts and hold my phone while I'm driving with my knees. So I don't.
You know those aux cords are only like $5, right?
I don't want to hear it. Dude, you're the last person. I will go get the most expensive one I ever could find, and I will post it on and be like, in your face. And then I'll probably bend the shit that same day, though.
Oh, man.
All I know is these jackhammers better catch some fish, man, or I'm going to be salty.
I'll outfish you with my Project Z.
You probably will, Dick.
It's like a bet.
That's a
I'll
wager.
outfish you
That's a
all
wager.
with my plopper plopper.
Hey, have y'all heard about this where apparently jackhammers we're not going to get any for a while since they are made in China?
Good.
It's possible.
It's
I will
not just
say-
jackhammers you gotta worry
So
about.
you might need to go out and
Go
stock
spraying
up.
mine with Lysol right now.
I will say this.
Corona
We're
in the box back there.
we're a Yakima dealer at Rocktown, and those new topwater boxes are on back order till middle of August.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Middle
Yeah.
of August. Holy cow.
And there's some
You guys
other.
been on-
Go ahead.
Have you guys been on Amazon just looking for like just regular stuff? Like Adam and I were trying to find like a filtered water pitcher or a better web camera. Anything. Like it's like you're looking at like May before you can even get it.
What do you and Adam need a web camera for, Susie?
And after it starts.
You'll find out.
I thought that
People-
intro sounded rehearsed.
You want to shout out your social media real quick?
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Well, I know it's the same way. There's a Jackson team guy. He's got a newborn, and it can only drink a certain kind of formula, and he was having struggles trying to find it, and he mentioned something on in our group chat, and there was a bunch of people that went out looking at local grocery stores and luckily found it, but I know that dude went to like 4 different grocery stores and only found like a dozen containers of this certain formula that his child can only have, so he was freaking out. But we posted it up on the team page, and fortunate enough, a bunch of people found it, shipped it.
Nice. I've heard about that kind of stuff where people were buying up all the baby formula and everything, so people can't get it. Even baby wipes, toilet paper's running out, so people were buying baby wipes, and now people can't buy baby wipes for their baby. Man, it's crazy.
Did
I
you
was
guys
at-
hear?
Not even that. It's everything too. Like we live like literally right behind a Kroger, and I had a weird feeling like Thursday night because like there was, everybody talking about the National Guard coming in and all that other stuff, and I was just like, I bet you Pritzker's gonna announce that he's gonna do a stay in place or safe in place or whatever it was called. I was like, Adam, let's just do our weekly grocery run and just get it over with. So since he's been staying home for work, he went up to Kroger's right when they opened, and it was jam packed in there. Jam packed, and they decimate that store every day, and I'm like, all the flour is gone, all the pasta is gone, like bare shelves everywhere, and like I'm afraid to go in there because I'm just gonna be like, is this really real? Because I haven't went up to Kroger's yet because I'm just like, no, I don't want to go look at it.
You see, with us, we went grocery shopping right before all of it really hit. Shut up. I knew somebody was going to say something because I caught it as it's coming out. But we went like right before
Gets
all
worse
this really
the more he drinks.
You're saying I slur my. But yeah, so we went grocery shopping right before all this really hit, and I'm trying to tell a story, damn it.
Sorry.
Well,
Just don't say grocery anymore.
Your own co-host, man.
Oh,
I did that the other day.
Your buddy Jim is messing you up, bro.
Yeah. He needs
he's
more.
a good friend most of the time.
Oh, jeez, that's funny.
It was the same way around here, and I texted the wife on Thursday because they were running up to the Walmart, and it was the same way. Like, shelves empty. They found a few things, and then they hit the local grocery store here across the street from the neighborhood on their way home and found some more stuff. So, but I know I'm sure Susie, you saw it in the KBL chat. Like, the Rockford area grocery stores had police officers at the grocery stores to prevent fighting and stuff like that, man. Just because, like you said, everybody got decimated, But the one thing I was talking to Dustin Nichols last week, and it was cool because he had mentioned it, and then I heard that Rockford area is doing it as well. But he said that most grocery stores have like a time period in the morning where only senior citizens can go, or those that have pre-existing conditions, so they could go shop, and then the rest of the general public could go in. So I thought that was cool that the grocery stores stepped up for those folks. I mean, obviously they're the ones that are being the most affected by this, but I don't know.
Do you guys?
I had to go.
What's
Did
up?
you guys see my toilet paper video? The one I tagged the best math I've seen so far.
Oh, I saw that. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I saw that.
That guy is my hero.
We had to go to 3 different stores last night to find everything we needed for the next 2 weeks. It was crazy.
I'm gonna go out and do some catfishing and try to bring some home and clean them up and try to put a little food in the freezer.
Don't eat the big ones.
Well, yeah, that's nasty, but yeah, I rigged up.
Why don't you
Couple
catch some
rigs.
crappie?
Hey, I wouldn't mind some crappie too, but yeah, I made a couple
crappie,
rigs. Yeah.
Eat some smallmouth.
Hey, whatever helps me make it, man.
I love it, man.
Oh.
Go ahead, Josh. What were you gonna say?
What
were you gonna say, Josh?
Nothing.
Don't hold back now.
I mean, this seems like a multi-roast here. We're all roasting each other.
I mean,
I think the only one that hasn't been roasted is Noob 2.0.
Oh, lay it on me, man. I'm here.
So let's be real, man. The real reason why you had a heart attack is you saw a hot chick walking down the street and instantly, all your blood rushed to a certain area of your body.
Yep.
Boing.
Shawing.
Swing.
Claudia Schiffer, we salute you. Shawing.
It could happen.
All right. Since he came at me earlier.
Yeah, I earned it.
So, do you actually know what state you live in, or do you just know it by PA?
That's what I always call it, man. PA.
I mean, that's what most people from Pennsylvania call it, is PA.
Is it really? That's just. I don't want to say weird, but it's weird to me. Like,
how do you say Tennessee?
I just say Tennessee.
I reckon
I live
you
in
say
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I say.
Well,
Tennessee.
Well,
he's better than the Ohioans here. They have to keep reminding themselves how to spell Ohio with the shapes of their arms.
You damn Illinoisans.
That's always
I know Josh is a Buckeye fan, so he's probably like, I hate you.
Dude, I'm a Buckeyes fan, but I'm not like that about it. So I'm not like a lot of the Ohio State fans.
What are you like, Josh? What are you like?
Just not over the top with it.
Oh,
It don't matter what you like now. There's no sports. They're all canceled.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing for the Bengals.
Hey, and let's mess with
Kind of
our
sucked
listener.
though. So our local college, University of Dayton, ended up getting a #1 ranking for the tournament this year, and the tournament got canceled. It's kind of crazy.
I'm
Hey,
glad
there's
we're
not
not
going
going
to
to
be
have
any
to see
college
that.
football either. No college football this year either. It's not going to happen. All y'all be salty as much as you want out there. It's not going to happen.
Football doesn't start till fall. They already canceled that.
I could
It's
care less about the
it's
sport.
done. It's done. No football, everybody.
Well,
I don't care, man. As long as hockey season can continue on, that's all I give a shit about.
it's not
You know
not
what?
going to be. It's not going to be much different
speaking
for
of
UK.
which,
They
Sidney
don't really have a
Crosby,
football team.
Sidney Crosby can suck on my ball sack. Just saying.
I think it's the other way around. You'd be sucking on his.
Nah, I don't think
All
so.
I know is- as bad
All I
as
gotta
the
say
Steelers
is I hope
past year-
Ovechkin puts him in the boards, just fucking decimates him. Just
I'm
runs them
sure he
over like a
has
freight
before. I mean,
I know.
but
It's because he's a real hockey player.
As bad as the Steelers were last year, I wouldn't mind the NFL being canceled for this coming season.
Ooh,
They need
Brad
an
Hicks is getting
excuse.
fired up now. Brad Hicks is getting fired
I'm
up.
a Steelers fan. I can say it because I'm a Steelers fan.
Susie's like, shut the hell up. Let's talk about my damn Hobie and catching
No.
big smallmouth.
I was going to ask Sean though. Are you a Philly fan?
No, I hate
Okay.
Philly,
Oh,
but I'm
see, I
surrounded
love
by
that.
Philly fans.
No. Did you hear our first episode together? This guy pulls for the Patriots.
I don't listen to your episode, dude. I'm just joking. I
That's what
really don't
happens.
remember.
I
What
listen to your
happens-
episode more now because Sean's on it.
Hey, me too. Me too. I'll tell you what. Sean,
I'm just kidding. I
Sean,
always listen.
as the more Sean gets used to it, like he's killing it. Y'all might be kicking me off here soon, and letting him take
No.
over because he.
I did forget one of our guests' name this week, though. That was pretty bad.
I did hear that.
I totally
I'm excited
blanked
for
on
that
it.
episode. I got halfway through it. I'm spoiled. I get to see the pre-episodes, and I thought that was good, man. You guys did an awesome job. You guys want to talk about that episode? Other than
it'll
new
come out the
2.0.
day after this.
Oh,
comes out.
wait. We didn't tell the folks Sean's nickname. His nickname is Noob 2.0. And Susie got a new nickname tonight because I'm paying her back for the salty Schiller bullshit.
Ryan got a new one too.
Susie is Stinky Feet. And who else got one?
Ryan got a new one tonight too.
What's his name?
You got to look in your messenger.
I gotta look right now.
Oh, you dick.
Hank Hill, propane and propane accessories. I love it. I love it.
Oh, you dick. Oh, I love group chat. It's fun.
No, but that was a good episode. You guys had some noobs on, some listeners. It was cool. I think the cool part to me, at least, when you guys asked those guys when they started listening to the podcast, it was pretty cool. Like, you know, some of them were like, I listened to just your segment. I think it was the guy that lives down by you, right, Ryan? That just listens to your segment. Because he can relate to the bodies of water you're fishing and things like that. And then there was one guy that went back and started from the very beginning and binge listened through everything. A couple guys listened in August, and they catch a couple of the segments. So it was cool, man.
Now just remember that this episode that we're recording right now comes out a day before that episode, so don't do too many spoilers.
No, I know, but it was cool because, I mean, that's a conversation that we've all had amongst a group, is like, how many people do we have listening to the podcast? And my point of view was always, we have no way to track it because we have so many different segments. Mm-hmm. It could be, you know, 400 or 500 people listen to just bass fishing for noobs, or 400 or 500 people listen to just Susie's segment and things like that. So it's hard to track like what our actual overall audience is. And that kind of put things in perspective, so to speak. So it was kind of cool to kind of be able to gauge that. You know, some people just listen to your guys' segment, which is awesome, dude. I'm all for that. And, you know, some guys were listening to all of them. Some guys were listening to just a few. So it's kind of cool to see. I mean.
Yeah. And to kind of go off that, you know, we've had people that kind of like, it's like they felt bad when they say like, well, I only listen to this segment or that segment. Like, don't feel bad. We all know how it is. Like, we come out with, you know, 6+ hours of content a week. Like, we know it's hard for a lot of people to fit all that in. We know some stuff isn't going to relate to some people as much as it does others. You know, if you listen to this episode and this episode but not these, yeah, it's cool because there's other people that relate to these other episodes more than they do the ones you're listening to. You know, it's all good.
Well,
like,
and
don't
to
feel bad.
To piggyback off that, I caught the beginning part of, I think it was the weigh-in this past week. And Butcher had Kurt Smits on. And, you know, Smitty's been making the rounds, obviously, because of his win at the Hobie Series.
Killed it.
And you know, Butcher had asked Kurt that he's like, man, you've been making the rounds in the podcast realm. Like, I'm sure you're burnt out on this. And Kurt was like, no, man, it was actually, he's like, it's pretty refreshing because everybody has different questions and different angles at the way they approach things. So he's like, it's been a ton of fun. So that was kind of refreshing, you know, because that I know, like, especially for the reel down segment that we do here with the tournament recap stuff, like, that's been a common question. Like, are we beating a dead horse because we do the reel down segments on Fridays instead of like Monday or Tuesday after those tournaments occurred? And I think it's kind of cool because, you know, we kind of get the last interview slot of the week with those guys. But, you know, and that has always been my point of view as well, is like, well, you guys ask different questions compared to, you know, Butcher's Weigh-In or Yak Legion or Dark Waters or something like that. Like, we all have, you know, different ways we approach things, and I think it's kind of refreshing to see that. I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, and I will say off that, like, Kurt in general is just a cool dude. Like, he's one of my favorite people I've talked to. He's up there in the top with some of the favorite people I've talked to, just because he's such a laid back and cool dude. Which I'm not saying anything. I don't want that to sound like I'm saying anything bad about anybody I've talked to. Everybody's been pretty cool, but I'm just saying his personality. He's real laid back and chill, and even though he's won 50 grand at a national championship and won all these other big tournaments and all that, he's still like a normal dude that willing to talk to anybody and just cool as hell. So yeah, and congratulations to him on that win.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. That's his phrase.
Yeah.
Kurt Smith. Yeah, man.
He's just out here trying to make it, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it sucks, and it's awesome to be part of the same trail that he's in because he's such a good fisherman. Because I mean, like we want to beat him, right? But it's hard. It pushes you to get better, though.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Is that pushes you to fish harder and better and up your game, so to speak.
If you really do beat him, you accomplished something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, anywhere he goes in Ohio, man.
Hey, the local trail that I'm starting to get into, Russ Snyder's fishes that one. So
I think from what I heard though, he's stepping up into the big leagues now.
Yeah, he's been killing it pretty hard. He might be going all in for the big ones. I don't know, with a lot of them being shut down though. I believe that KBFTN is still trying to do events, but maybe making them like online style events. So they're trying to keep it going as much as they can without putting people at risk. So with bigger tournaments shutting down, he might be coming out there. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what transpires. I know KBF is on a 60-day hold. Did Hobie announce like what they're holding back on?
Their next tournament isn't even until May?
Is that the one in California?
I think so. Yeah, that's their next tournament. So I mean, they've got plenty of time. Before they have
that's
to
also
out.
like one of the worst places right now. Like one of the highest coronavirus areas.
Right before we started here, I just watched a video that Casey Neistat put out, and he's living in LA now, or right outside of LA, and he was down by the beach, and he was in that video. He was talking about how there's always constantly planes going in and out of LAX, and he did a time lapse, and there was like maybe one plane that came through there.
Wow.
So like California is pretty jacked up right now. I know BASS and FLW announced that they're on a 60-day hold. And Gerald Swindle put out a video, I think it was last week or the week before, and he got pretty sick, him and his wife both. And he's like, look, man, if it means we got to stay here and just stay inside and hunker down, like, I'm all for it. Like that, what he went through, I don't know if he had the corona or what it was, but, he said that, it was pretty bad what him and his wife went through. So he's like, it is what it is,
Hey, So Josh has started like organizing his tackle and stuff instead of talking with us. he was like giving Brian a hard time about being on his phone. And he's over there organizing tackle.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to see like just how quickly, this stuff has been going too. Like on Tuesday, Illinois had like maybe 120. Today we have 753.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, it's real bad in the populated cities.
Yeah.
Well, and that's just it. I think it would be interesting to see those statistics where it's broken down to by territory. I think yesterday
they got it by counties.
Yeah, I think yesterday when the governor made his statement about closing everything down, they said 11 counties, and I'm sure most of that was Cook County or Crook County, which is Chicago. and the surrounding suburbs. You know, I know there's some down by Susie as well, which is Springfield, Bloomington,
Bloomington, Peoria,
or
Springfield.
Bloomington. Yeah. Sorry. But you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, I think if we can try to limit the spread of it, you know, we'll be good. But I don't know. I didn't want to go down that route, but it is what it is.
Well, people ain't really listening to what they're being told with it. Like I get it. I'm real big on, like, I want less regulation with government and all that, but this is something that can be kind of serious. And you know, tonight there was somebody on Facebook that's like, "Hey, are any local bars open in the area?"
Yeah.
And a bunch of people were commenting on it, like, "Hey, if you go out, let me know." And all that. I'm like, really? You know,
well, that was the same way with Florida, with all the spring break college kids.
Oh my God! Yeah, and the thousands of people in Clearwater Beach, and I was just like, "You guys are idiots."
Yeah, I canceled all the orgies I was supposed to attend.
Don't lie.
Anyway.
What do you sit in the corner and watch? Like, we all know you don't like being touched or touching others, dude. Like, come on. Brad's the cameraman. No wonder why he's been working on his camera skills.
Oh, I don't have it in here.
Dang
it. What don't you have?
My camera.
Oh.
We don't want to see the pictures on there.
Yeah, I don't think we do. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I'm about to pull my infamous move.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Run into the
He's going to break the seal.
He did have half a bottle of his good friend Jim.
Yeah. And my good friend is a doctor.
Susie's a couple tequilas in.
Hey, I wanted to say so. I saw her a minute ago chugging water. Are you okay? Like, are you getting to that point where you're like...
Are you calling Susie a lightweight? I got $50 as Susie could whoop about her ass.
In drinking?
No, like in a fight.
Oh, probably. Yeah, probably. I'm from the South. You know, we're raised, you know, to respect women. I don't know about y'all Northerners and all that, but
Northerners.
I can't put my hands on a woman anyway. She'd probably beat my ass anyways. I thought you were talking about drinking. I was like, I think I can take on just about anybody on this podcast when it comes to drinking.
Dude, you drank a lot of Bud Light.
Give me a week.
Hollow.
Let me get all conditioned again.
I have a feeling Josh would be crazy to be around back in the day.
Back in the day, but Josh, it's been a while for him. But I didn't even drink that much at Del Hollow.
Yeah, you kept like chugging beers, man. I was like, dang. You went and got another case too.
That wasn't much, man. No, I really didn't. I was getting. I think I bought like 2 6-packs in the 3 days I was there.
I thought it was more than that.
No, because I didn't bring any beer with me, and the marina only sold 6-packs for some reason. Shut up! I'm getting off this call.
I thought you were going pee.
I'm getting to that point.
Well, go.
Just go, man.
Right there. Right where you're sitting.
If we're gonna go for a while, I'll go pee. Okay, I'll go pee.
Oh man.
Even when he's not talking, I can still hear the whistle. That's awesome.
You gotta love old Milfy. So what's up, noob? 2.0. How you liking the paddle and fin life?
Dude, I love it. I love just all the different aspects I get. Susie was talking on her show about not letting some of the people when they win, they don't let it change them, and that was when Ryan was talking about Smitty and winning and not him still being a cool guy. That's the kind of people I'm looking forward to talking to. Somebody that'll talk to a noob like me, even though they just won some huge tournament.
Yeah.
So
Tournament. There's your New England accent, dude. We're pointing out accents tonight, bro.
You got tired of the group chat yet? Going off every 5 seconds.
I do mute it when I go to bed because you guys are a little behind me, so it's like 11 o'clock on my end, and you guys.
Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers are still talking about what? What is so important at midnight?
And it's nothing. It's not important at all. It's hilarious.
But yeah, otherwise, man, I'm digging it. So
I'm pretty sure Jason and Doodoo both mute the conversation because they never talk.
Is Ricketts on the podcast anymore?
Yeah. Ricketts.
Yeah, Ricketts does his segment.
Yeah.
He's just super busy right now, man. He's got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at Jackson right now, so
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He's got a lot of things going on, but
Good old bike seat.
I know Doodoo's got a messed up sleeping schedule, and those that don't know who Doodoo is, that's Dustin Nichols, because he works like goofy shifts. And when I last talked to him, I know we mentioned on one of the podcasts, I forget which one, his mom had a stroke and she was doing rough. She is doing better.
I've been meaning to ask him about it.
Yeah, she is doing better. So thank you everybody for your thoughts, prayers, positive vibes, whatever. But yeah, she's doing better. But that was a tough gig. He was dealing with that, and obviously this whole Corona thing and traveling and back and forth between. I think she's in Georgia. So he called me a couple times on his way out and on his way back, and I told him, hey man, if you need somebody to talk to while you're driving, just stay awake, give me a shout. And so he called me. We had a couple conversations. So, but he's back home. His mom's doing well, but he just works some goofy shifts, man. That's a struggle. I think he works like 14 days on, 14 days off, but his shifts are like 12 hours long, and he's usually on like second or third shift or something like that, some goofy like that. So yeah, I don't know how he does it, but that's a killer schedule if you're a fisherman, or fisher woman. I catch myself saying that all the time, Susie, because I feel bad like if I don't hit that woman angle, because I don't want the ladies
looking
in
at
the
you
sport.
right now like, stop being a bitch, Brian.
I don't want the ladies in the sport to be like discounted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I always say gentlemen and lady or ladies and things like that, man. I don't know.
Just call us anglers.
Anglers. Well, I always say fishermen.
Fishermen, anglers.
Susie's like, you're all a bunch of bitches. I'm not afraid of spiders and snakes. You ain't men. You're a bunch of bitches. Everything come out all right there, Milford?
It did.
All right. If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it, right?
I intentionally play with it.
I have a feeling tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to have a lot of editing to do.
When Ryan shakes it more than twice, he's finished.
Oh! That was a good one. Josh, I will give it to you there. That was a good one.
And his wife looks at him and just one single tear. Thought this was going to improve.
We talked about doing the spouses episode. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. You
A
know,
what?
a spouses episode.
Yeah. I showed my wife that. She liked it.
She's gonna be like, "Yeah, y'all need to do something to my husband, Brad. Make him a man. Make him happy and hold
Well,
me. And
I
touch
thought
me."
something like that would come up, and then I thought the cake ball thing would come up.
Oh, the cake ball thing will definitely come up.
Yeah.
And tell her how much I enjoy her balls in my jaws.
We want to see her balls right here on the screen.
I know, me too.
Whatever, dude. You've been probably just mowing them down, dude. She's been going to town in the kitchen there, you know.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
you probably
I've been
gotta
going down
stop
on her balls all day long.
I'm sure. So jealous.
I love your sex tape.
Dude, you're going to be so fat by the time all this quarantine stuff ends.
Oh, like I said, if we get locked in, I'm gonna start running and doing yoga. Might as well.
Okay.
Just because the state's like, on a quote unquote lockdown, it doesn't mean that you can't go outside.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't
Well,
mean
that's the
Brad's
thing, like-
going to go outside.
We were supposed to be
Oh,
in
I'm gonna go
lockdown
outside.
as of 6, and I left to go up the street to the gas station at like 6:30 to get some course tall boys, and there was a lot of traffic out there. I was like, wow, there's a lot of cars out there.
Dude, speaking of traffic, I was looking out my window all day long today, and it was like a ghost. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah,
No
you
cars
live on
the
a
road
pretty-
at
You're
all.
just staring
Yeah.
out the window all day.
Yeah, well,
He
yeah,
lives on a pretty busy street over
busy
there.
street.
Yeah.
Josh knows. I mean, I didn't see that many people at all. It was weird.
Josh, get off your phone.
You would go like 5 minutes without seeing a car.
Yeah, Josh. Thanks for paying attention, Josh. Always on your phone when we're doing a podcast, Josh.
There's a lot of people in here. This time.
Yeah,
He's
sure, Josh.
he's like, we're getting to what, hour and a half now. He's getting bored.
Yeah, we started recording.
You
in,
kind of,
episode.
Brad, I don't know if you noticed, but like you kind of the day that it all kind of really started to hit was that last Friday.
Yeah.
Not this past Friday, but the Friday before. And I went to work and I was like, I thought it was a holiday for a second. You know what I mean? Like,
dude,
it was real
it's
weird.
weird. It's
I mean,
been
there was
weird.
still traffic out there, but it was definitely lighter than what it normally is.
It's the same here, like all week, because I drive the interstate in towards this like inner suburbs of Chicago, and it was the same way. Like usually in the morning, you hit a little stop and go traffic. Dude, I was blazing 95 miles an hour down I-90. Don't listen to this, Illinois State Troopers. But yeah, I was flying in and out of town, and in between. Traffic was very light. But I will say this past Friday, a couple of the newspapers had posted up that Governor J.D. Pritzker was going to announce that, the state was going to be on lockdown, and all of a sudden traffic just got slammed. And I know I was listening to the radio station to hear him talk about shutting everything down and what businesses would still be able to be open and things like that. And one lady had sent in a text. She was in the grocery store, and she said within 20 minutes, the lines went from like 3 to 5 people long to like legit like 20 to 30 people long in the grocery stores. Like it got crazy in the suburbs.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
ridiculous.
On the
I've
plus
actually-
side,
People need to-
Not everybody at once now. Come on. One at a time.
Go ahead, Brad.
No, I'm good.
Sean, you ain't done a lot of talking. You need to go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, when I drove to the lake today, the lake that I fished at today, there's walking trails all around it. And the friggin' parking lot where people park to start on the trails was jam-packed. There was, I bet you, 30 cars there. So people are definitely at least getting out and doing outdoorsy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I cleaned
yeah.
the garage all day, and I saw a lot of people walking down the street here in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just out going for a walk, just to get
Yeah.
outside,
That same in the neighborhood I'm working in right now. Everybody was out all week long.
Dude, all I want to do is fish, and I'm like, everything's flooded out here so bad.
Yeah.
I know where you can go fish.
Illinois.
I know a little private location.
See, I'm in a good spot because about 45 minutes from here, I've got a spot where it's basically a giant pond, and it's actually like 4 giant ponds on one piece of property TWRA runs, and it stays pretty regular level regardless. So
That's nice.
yeah, it is nice.
Milford, how far away from Chattanooga are you?
I think it's about an hour and a half, something like that.
That's it?
Something like that, yeah.
I'll send you some waypoints, bro.
You know, I haven't heard much about the Nashville tornado since all this virus stuff happened.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How's that going?
Honestly, I haven't heard a whole lot since, that first 4 or 5 days afterwards.
Yeah.
Because of all the coronavirus stuff. I know KBFTN, they are doing like an online tournament, a charity style tournament for that. I think they did a live video tonight. I think he said they have 26 people in it right now. He's hoping that by the time it starts, I think it's a month-long tournament. He's wanting to get more people in there. I'm not sure of the details of that. I think it's just a local only, like specific bodies of water you got to fish. So I don't think anybody can just join, but I can definitely look more into that to see if it's more of like any body of water type thing to where maybe more people can join. But I believe it's only like local lake only type thing. But they're doing that to try to help out people that were affected from that. But yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of coverage from that, since like the first week after it happened because of the coronavirus thing. Kind of got drowned out.
Crazy. I bet that whole area is like, I can't imagine being somebody without their home right now, having to deal with the virus at the same time.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think Jackson Kayaks is doing some kind of thing where they're doing like a benefit and there's like some prizes or something you can win.
Yeah, they're giving away a kayak.
Yeah, that's what
I think a Coos FD maybe even.
Nice. Because they're pretty much local too.
They're not that far from where that happened. They said they have a lot of employees or friends from the Cookville area. So
yeah.
But it'd be really cool if we saw like more like disaster relief type of things like that. Like instead of just something so local like he's talking about, like the Tennessee chapter for KBF, but like a national KBF tournament that would be put on kind of, they had the ability to put them on last minute online, like national tournaments.
Yeah, like take all the profits from the monthlies and donate it to the thing.
Yeah. Because I know we have a few of them like around like Christmas. What is it? Did Ron Champion do the one during Christmas?
Yeah. And Jackson Oars was in like September.
Yeah, but isn't Jackson's kind of local?
No, you get to choose the charity of your choice if you win.
Was that national though, like all the way?
National online tournament.
And Canada.
Yeah. I think we need some more of those.
All right, Josh. Well, you just got nominated to run the Paddle and Fin charity tournament.
I have no idea how to run a tournament.
Let's do it, dude.
I know somebody that does. Her name is Susie.
So
let's do it.
Do it.
I'd be down to help for it. So.
Oh yeah, just help.
I don't know how to run a tournament. Brian, shut up! I'm gonna poke you through those stupid purple glasses.
They're blue, bro.
Sure.
They
Would
look
Milford
purple.
have to run to the bathroom again?
Can anybody tell me that Brian's glasses, everybody's thought they were purple this whole time?
They're blue.
They look purple.
Blue.
I think
They look purple
like
when it's far away.
It's blue.
Thank you, Susie.
They're expensive glasses, bro.
Yeah, they look expensive.
Poke your eye.
Are you
I
wearing
don't know
one of
why
your
everybody. What?
Are you wearing one of your gamble hats? Obviously.
Go Gamble, Trooper 97. Follow him on YouTube. He actually just put you want to talk about freaky coronavirus stuff. So the dude that makes these hats, Go Gamble, he lives in Vegas, and he just put out a video, and he was going down the strip in Vegas, and it's like ghost town. Like all the Vegas casinos are shut down, hotels, like all that stuff. I know my timeshare out there sent me an email saying that they're not taking any reservations and they're not sure when they will start again.
You got a timeshare out there?
I got 2.
Oh, big money, big money.
Buddy, we need a Paddle and Fins Vegas trip.
Hey, whenever you guys want to go, man.
Hell yeah!
They're both 2 bedrooms. They have.
Does anybody need a
back in-
transducer arm?
Yes,
No.
possibly.
4
Hey, real quick, everybody. I wanted to shout this out real quick. I dug deeper into that KBFTN event for the Tornado Relief Fund for the tornadoes that hit the local Middle Tennessee area. It's any public waters in Tennessee. So anybody that's listening that's in Tennessee, if you want to help towards that, it's a $30 entry fee. It goes from March 22nd, which will be the day this comes out, till April 26th. It's on Tourney X. I believe the Tourney X fee is waived. I believe I read that. Don't quote me. KBFTN, CTKA, and CKA, or CKT, I'm sorry. They're all putting this on together. I guess they combine together. They're using, cast rules. For anybody that don't know, it's what I'm not sure how far it goes out, but I know pretty much everybody in Tennessee uses that. 5 bass limit, 12-inch minimum. But yeah, any public waters in Tennessee, $30 entry fee. If anybody's interested, it's under KBFTN, CTKA, CKT Tornado Relief Tournament on Tourney X.
Right on.
And even if you can't fish in Tennessee, if you're like, 4 states away, just sign up because that entry fee will go towards it.
Yeah, because in case anybody didn't see the devastation that these tornadoes caused, man, there's people that do not have any part of their house left. It completely demolished. And like we kind of mentioned earlier, this has really gotten drowned out by all the coronavirus thing. So there's people out here that don't have a home that are still having to deal with the same stuff that everybody else is having to deal with this virus. They don't have clothes. They don't have. I know I've heard of people having issues with their insurance where they don't want to cover any of their belongings or clothing or anything, so they're having a hard time with that. So this is going to go help towards that if anybody's interested in signing up.
Yeah, and another quick little shout out, dude. One of our listeners, Robert Held, hit us up. He's got a company called Billy Goat's Beard & Co.com. It's for like beard care type stuff. Josh, you might want to listen to this.
Oh, Ricketts.
You're the only one on here that's got a beard. Yeah, Ricketts. But
He loves that crap.
5% of his sales goes back to Given Hour, which is something he used in the past during hard times, and it offers free therapy to veterans struggling with mental health issues. So it's just a good way to support a good cause for our veterans. Check out Billy Goat's Beard & Co. Sorry, told that
Dude,
dude. Give him a shout out.
I love that about the fishing community. It seems like every time there's a charity tournament going on, people sign up, whether they can fish it or not. Everybody's like signing up and trying to help the cause. Man, I just love that about the fishing community.
Yeah, I signed up for Jackson's tournament, and I never even fished it. You know.
I think all of us signed
Same
up
here.
for it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got 25th. What now?
You're so cool.
I was
So
just being
cool.
stupid.
Will you sign my Jackson?
I don't touch trash.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I'm just joking.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm
Do you
just
really
joking.
want to go there?
I don't care.
Fight,
I mean,
fight,
it's
fight,
it's
fight,
not like I
fight,
own the
fight.
kayak business company.
No, we won't go there. Touche, motherfucker. Touche.
You know where I'm going?
Definitely not to bed with your wife.
No, I'm about to get out of here.
Uh-huh. Go eat some freaking cake balls and lay on the couch, or what?
Probably shoot some people in the head
Oh.
on the Xbox.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification there.
I was gonna say, like, yeah.
I legitimately got worried for a minute because Brad is kind of crazy, so you never know.
He kind of looks
that's what-
like Beavis.
Dawes, quit doing
You guys ever notice that? He looks like Beavis with brunette hair.
Look, I look like the shape of a thumb.
Did Josh
Jesus.
freeze up, or is he just holding that facial position like he's debating whether or not to like rip a new asshole in me because I called him out
What'd you call Josh out on?
chewing on his fingernails?
Oh, dude, I do it religiously. It's like my
Too.
awful habit. Brad and I look like two people getting questioned by the cops half the time. We're like doing a podcast like that. It's horrible.
Sometimes I ask him to get one of my fingers I can't get. Can you get that for me?
I'm like,
Something about you Ohio guys, y'all are having to go a whole hour without your like meth addiction. So,
Dude. It
All
is
right,
bad.
hold on,
Well, it used to be.
let me get ready to fry some Milford here.
let's do it. Let's do it.
He's getting all livered up.
Instead of like
Should we-
a roast
should we
on
just-
a specific person, let's
Tight
have
lines
a
and
roast
smooth
battle.
paddling.
We
Yeah,
got
should we just end this and then roll right into the Milford roast?
This is gonna be a roast battle.
I'm down. All right, you guys, we're gonna cut this off here. Stay tuned for the Ryan Milford post. Roast post, whatever.
Have you
Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we will catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.
Tight paddles and smooth lines.
Peace.
Hello.